What's good, y'all? It's your boy Danza. Just one of the many faces of the machine known as the Danza Project. Please do me a favor if you rock with us. Hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn those notifications on. We appreciate you. Salute. Orlando, what's good? How you doing? How you feeling today?
Doing good, man. You know, I told one of my coworkers today that was interviewing you, and she was like, Stephanie? Oh my God. She's like, Angel Energy? Tell her to restock the black jackets.
Oh my God.
You got it. This is going to go
locked
up.
in for real.
This is going to go up.
Listen, first of all, welcome to the Danza Project.
Thank you.
There is, we just keep doing it, Kato. We keep having amazing interviews. I would have been more than grateful to have the opportunity to sit down and have a conversation with PNB Rock. Mm-hmm. We lost some great ones. Nipsey Hussle and PNB Rock out there back to back. The music that PNB Rock had was a sound of his own, and it was really taking over the world. And like the vibes that you could get off of PNB Rock interview, music, just out of this world. And today we have the pleasure of sitting down with Stephanie.
Hey.
How you feeling today?
Feeling good.
Welcome to Miami.
Thank you.
But this ain't really Miami, but it's Miami. You know what I'm saying?
Sweetie, yeah.
But what brings you out here this weekend or this week?
Spending time with family. I actually came out here for Rock's birthday.
Really?
Yeah. Took my daughter on vacation.
Happy birthday to him. Right? His birthday was Sunday, Monday?
December 9th.
December 9th?
Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, I got some family out here.
How do you... I saw that you wrote that you were celebrating the day. But how did you feel throughout the day?
I was sad, but I be trying to like push through. Like I learned that like being happy is a choice. Like you got to fight to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's going to be always something like make you sad or make you mad. So I just be trying to like push through, like just trying to focus on what I'm happy. Just focus on the little things I'm grateful for. Even if it's like just seeing a butterfly or the sun shining, I just try to shift my focus.
And I know it has to be tough, and I think the hardest part of going through pain like that is having the social media, because everybody everybody has an opinion, you know what I mean? And it's just like
not only an opinion, a lie.
Yeah,
Hello.
We can get into this.
You could get on there and say anything, and they're gonna believe you. You know,
there's a little bit of jealousy.
A wee bit. A little bit.
Yeah. So talk to us about that, because I believe it was yesterday or the day before. His first baby mother decided to get on the internet and try to drag you down, and it's like on a day like that.
Yeah, it just hurt my feelings, because these are the same people like I take care of and I look out for, and it's like the one time you say no because you ain't got the money, all hell break loose. Like, so that just hurt my feelings. Like, I'm always giving, and it's like, I really didn't have it that time. Like, I had literally just moved. Like, but it's okay. I don't have nothing bad to say about them. I forgive her, you know? And if Milan watching this, I love you, Milan. Like, that's all lies. Like, everything she said was a lie. Like, I can't believe she's just really on there lying, talking about, like, I sold his clothes. What was she saying? I told Milan to kill herself. Like, yes, I don't know what all she said, but I forged her signature. I broke into her house, stole her ID. Like, what? Like, all these lies. Like, I really didn't even know her until Rock passed. Like, and I just took it upon myself to step in his shoes, try my best. So I don't have nothing to say, but I just think she missed me. That's all. And she don't know how to apologize. Yeah. But she said no, and then they started going off saying, like, first Milan had cussed me out, but she's just a product of her environment. You know, I just feel like his mom and the mom, like, all in her ear. Like, and then if you look on Instagram, it looked like I lived this extravagant life. but really I'm just irresponsible. You know what I'm saying? Like whole time I'm in Miami with, you know, with a hope and a dream. But you know, you look on the internet and it look like you got it all together, but really it's just in you. You know what I'm saying? Like I was this before rock. I was that girl before rock, and I'm gonna be that after him. You know, it's not about. It's just. I don't know. I forgive her. I don't got nothing bad to say about my family because at the end of the day, that's still my family, and I forgive her. It's just confusing. Like why would you lie? You know, that's messed up.
And then lie publicly. Did you guys at least have an opportunity to discuss this
privately
first, or was it just like, let me run and tell the internet?
It was. First of all, I haven't spoken to them since like July because I had bought Milan a phone and I put her on my phone plan, and like I said, she asked me, mind you, I give Milan money every day just for like food and stuff like that every day. Money I don't got, but I just give it to her because I give her my last. I'll go and find some money for her. But this time she had asked me for a hotel. The mom asked me for a hotel to get away from her boyfriend. You got a whole crib over there, put him out, make him get a hotel. I don't got no money for frivolous things like that for you to get a hotel room. I just moved. But after that, all hell broke loose, like all hell. So I cut the phone off because you're not about to, like the mom was saying she was going to put hands and feet on me and all that. Like, you're not about to disrespect me like that. So I cut the phone off and I was just like, and I never even got back. Mind you, I'm from the hood too. Like, even though like I look like, oh, angel energy, I'm still from the hood. Like, so I don't take threats lightly. Like I don't like somebody saying they're gonna put their hands and feet on me. But I never got evil. Even like I just stay graceful out of respect for Rock and out of respect for Milan. Like, because I know everybody hurting right now. I know it's hard. Like, you know what I'm saying. And I know it take a lot of strength to even ask somebody for something. You know what I'm saying? Because me, I'm not gonna ask nobody for nothing. I don't care if I'm struggling. I'm not asking nobody for nothing. Like, that's just me though. That's something I'm working on.
She said hands and feet.
Yeah, so I cut that phone off. Like,
I heard hands.
Yeah, I don't like that. Like,
feet on me, hold on now.
Yeah, that's messed up. Like, don't talk to me like that. Like, I don't like that. So yeah, I cut that phone off and it hurt. I didn't want to, but you got to show people this how you gonna treat me. And if you talk to me like this, I'm gonna distance myself. And two, you can apologize and say I was wrong for that. Like, I was frustrated. I was mad. Like, I get it. I be crashing out sometimes too. I get it. But I always go back and apologize when I crash out on somebody. Like, but that just hurt my feelings. So.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's just
and whenever you're in position that people are looking at you to be the helping hand, the first it gets a little bit rough for you and you can't help somebody out. I mean, it happens probably 90% of the time where it's like, oh, now you can't do something. Oh, yeah, but you were able to do this for yourself.
Right.
And it's immediately like everything that you did in your life in that past week or that past month is now used against you. Oh, but you were able to fly over here and you bought that new purse and you bought a new shirt and you were able to go take this photo shoot or whatever. It's like everything is against you and you're this terrible person, but they can't just take a step back themselves. And that's usually the people who aren't doing enough for themselves and they're stuck in that position. And so they're just looking for somebody else to point a finger at because they'd rather tell so-and-so that, oh, well, the only reason I'm in this position is because she's the one that messed up instead of saying I'm the one that's not doing enough.
Right.
You know, and you got to be able to find a place within yourself. And it seems like you are, but to be able to find your own peace, because if you're trying to always appease the other people and make them feel better, it's never going to work out because you're just going to end up drowning yourself in all of that. I've spent my last few years just being in a position like where people are looking at me to help them, you know, with employees and with friends. And they're like, oh, well, I need this and I need this. And every time they start with it, I'm just like, black, I don't need to listen to none of this shit. Right. Because I already know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? It's all my fault. You know what I mean? So you're the one that's doing this. So try to find a way to make sure that you stay in your peace because everybody wants to drag you down. Yeah. You know what I mean? All
I could do is just have a forgiving heart. You know? Some people don't know better, and that's all you could just...
Stay above it.
Yeah.
Just
Now,
make
usually we don't get right into it, right? We try to,
I know. I was just like, oh, I was talking too much. Ooh, Lord.
it's all good, but
Girl.
we do want the world, because our fans are different from the fans that you're usually talking to on your platforms. So I want them to get to know Stephanie from scratch. So where you from? How did it all start for you?
I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Hit the mic a little bit. So yeah.
I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. Like from a small place. I'm just a regular girl, small town girl.
Now I heard Little Rock gets down though.
Yeah, it's good on there. I told you I'm from the hood. Like, yeah, but I like being there. I like living there. I like being from there.
Was this a 2-parent household coming up? Like,
No, this is my mom. Actually, I never met my dad. I don't even know who he is.
really?
Jesus is my daddy.
So
Two sister.
what was that like coming up though? Like not knowing your dad, did that bother you?
Since I never had a dad, it didn't bother me because it was like you can't miss something you never had. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I actually had a dad and he left, and I miss it. Like Zori, like she had a dad, and now here it's not like that. So now it really. I don't be feeling sorry for myself. I try to stay out of that victim mentality. But my mom, like, she's super cool, but I'm kind of like her mom. Sorry, Mom. But I'm kind of, like, I'm kind of like, okay, when she was pregnant with me, she seen a shooting star, and she wished for a daughter named Stephanie that'd, like, take care of her. So that's what I do. I take care of her, not just financially, just spiritually, emotionally. Like, I'm her inspiration. Like,
The angel energy.
yeah, angel energy for real. I'm really prophetic. Like, I can, like, tell the future. I be having dreams about stuff that's gonna happen. Like, before this even happened, Bishop, I told you this was gonna happen before we even got here. So I had a dream. I had a dream. Yeah, but I always been special, and I always looked out for my mom, even when we was kids. I got a little sister. She got my back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
How old are you?
how old am I? 31. Am I? Oh, okay.
It starts getting there when
Once
you
you
start
pass
questioning.
30, it's like,
Who's keeping track? It's
Yeah.
like,
I'm 23.
there you go.
You could pass for 23.
Easy.
If she would have said 23, I would have believed it. It would have worked.
Don't pipe
Pull it
me
off.
up.
So your little sister's how old? Because like she's 20.
She's 2 years younger than me.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
I was just thinking of like how the siblings are, because there's 5 of us, right? So like it's 2 years apart for each and every one of us. And when
Did y'all get along growing up, being 2 years apart?
we
Being so
did and we
close?
didn't. Like it was like, because we came up in the hood too, so it was like we might not get to get along in the household, but when we were outside,
It's all we got.
you know what I mean? It was just
Yeah.
like there was no holds barred. Anybody says
Yeah.
anything, it's up. You know what I mean? If my little sister had when we had Gnostic informant up here, Neil, and he was saying, "No, I seen the first time I seen you were outside of this Kenmore Middle School. I never went to that school. I went to that school that day because my sister had a problem. So I was ready to beat up a little kid.
This in Buffalo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was ready to beat up somebody for my little sister. I would have cared. You know what I mean? Like that's just how my mom raised us to be. So I imagine that your little sister's energy is just like, nah, you can't.
She don't play about me. I love her.
Yeah.
It's like having a best friend who like knew you your whole life.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
She
mean-
did. She did.
Yeah. So coming up out there, like going through school and everything, how long did you stay out there?
How long did I actually like moved back and forth to like Illinois and Arkansas like my whole life because my family, they live in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
So like we was moving back and forth. So and my family in Illinois, like they like had money. Well, in my head when I was younger, I thought they had money. So they taught me structure, like you couldn't have your phone at the dinner table. Like, you had to be in bed by a certain time. Then with my mom is young, so she let me do whatever. Like I want, like we had no rules at home. Like my mom let me do whatever I wanted to do. And my mom worked a lot. So it was completely different. Like it taught me like 2 different environments, like how to be with different types of people.
Yeah.
How to carry yourself when you're outside the house. Like,
Right.
little things like, hey, we don't do that here. Oh,
Right.
My bad.
And then I could go home and teach my mom, like, put your phone down. while we eat dinner.
Yeah.
It's like,
Now
girl, you talking to?
Getting her straight.
It's interesting that you say that you thought they had money? Because coming up, it's like you see somebody living a semi-decent life and you're like, rich.
Yeah, to me back in the day,
Yeah.
you're rich. Because my aunt, I used to live with her. She used to take me to the store and she'd be like, get whatever you want. Like, so to me, that's rich. But the whole time you just, thank you, aunt. She just got a credit card. But you know what I'm saying? But my mom didn't know about credit and all of that, you know? Like, and then like I remember one time I used to draw a lot and I drew my dream room out, like how I wanted my dream room to be. One day I came home from school, she had the whole room like what I drew. So she taught me like, this is the standard. This is what love is. They pay attention, you know what I'm saying? And then like back at home, like with my mom letting me do whatever I wanted to do, it kind of messed me up because I felt like, you don't love me because you let me do whatever I want. Like, you know,
Right. Like a love
Yeah,
language.
you drew the room
Right.
and she threw it out.
But
She's
I'm
like, what is
glad-
this drawing here? It's got colors
right,
everywhere.
not paying attention.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it was like that because like I do whatever I want to do. Like, and you need that as a boss, that mentality that I could do whatever I want to do. You can't live like in this box. You got to know like I could do whatever I want to do. Like in a good way, you know. So
Absolutely.
it was necessary. Like I appreciate my upbringing.
And you and your mom still got a close relationship like that?
Yeah, I live with my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my family, we locked in. Family is a big thing to me. That's why that hurt my feelings so bad. I love my family.
It seems like it because
Yeah.
even to reach out to be able to, like, you're supposed to be in your like trauma times, the hurt times, to be able to reach out and say, "Here, I'm gonna help you." That takes a lot.
And I ain't got it. It ain't like it may look like I got it, or I don't got it right now, but I will have it. I will have it.
Manifest.
I will have it, but right now I don't got it. It's irresponsible. Like I just live like by the day. Like you know how they say, "Give us this day our daily bread." I really live like that. Like you know how some people are like, "Oh, I'm holding on to my rent money." I don't care if I got my rent money right now and I want to go to Poppy Steak. I'm going to Poppy Steak with that rent money. I do not care because the rent is not due until 5 more days, and I worry about that in 5 more days. That's why I say I'm irresponsible, but I literally live day by day. Like, give us this day our daily bread. Today is my only focus. I'm only worried about today. And that's really like the key to happiness. Is only worried about today. So yeah, that's the secret. That's the real secret to like living the life you want to live. Like I don't live like I don't got it right now. So
You know, there's like a study that they say that the people who show up late usually are the most successful ones, and I'm like, me. You know what I mean?
I was late, but you was later than me.
I'm late in my own crib. You know what I'm saying? But I was just hanging out with the kids, so I was just taking the time with the kids.
They were so cute.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Cute.
But like that mentality, right? Like usually the people that are showing up a little bit late, they just feel like they could do whatever they want to do, and those are the people that end up bossing. You know what I mean? Because the way they live life is like, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna move, I'm gonna get it on my own terms. By the first, the rent money's paid still.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Still
So you
right.
still figure out a way
Because
to
the
make
Lord
it
is our
happen.
provider. He provides.
I got a homie like that. He said, one thing's for sure, them bills gonna get paid.
One thing for sure, they gonna get paid.
Yeah.
And on time.
Right? Or maybe not, but it's gonna get paid one way or another. And this is one of my good partners. He's actually one of my business partners, and he means what the fuck he says. Like, I gotta figure it out. If I gotta stay up all day and night, them bills gonna get paid. We'll find a way.
sure.
You gotta bend a couple rules. Them bills gonna get paid. I got another homie, I respect him so much, and he taught me a lot because in his friend group, he's like the alpha of his friend group. And I'm like a fellow alpha just visiting and watching how he runs his crew. And it's like, you can't make him move. He's like a mountain. He doesn't budge for nobody. Like, you are on his time. If you want to go somewhere, you got to like, hey, what do you think about doing this? There is no, hey, I'm going to be here. You got to come. No, good luck. If I don't want to go, I'm not going. And I respect that because not everybody operates like that. Some
His mama probably let him do whatever he wanted to do too.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. He's the one with the crib that's set up, and everybody goes to hang over there. He's the one that got a little bit more money than everybody. He's the one, so you're not making him budge unless he wants to.
What's his sign?
You know, Leo.
Yeah.
He's a Leo.
2 more days I would have been a Leo. I'm like right on the cups.
You on the cusp?
Leo.
Hello.
Y'all both Leos?
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm a Cancer.
Okay,
I'm a
I don't know how
Cancer.
to.
Yeah. We be loyal. Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all fire signs. We water signs.
Okay.
Water put out fire.
Look till it get hot.
Rock was the fire sign too.
No,
Sagittarius.
Okay.
We used to be.
Yeah.
Sometimes that be the best.
Yeah.
Because it's a beautiful thing when you can meet in the middle.
Right.
You know, through all this strife.
Right.
Damn, how did this? I don't know, but I love it. You know.
Right.
It's a beautiful
Can
thing.
learn from each other.
So how did you meet PNB Rock? Was he like, do you notice me? Do you notice me?
He kept writing me on Instagram. Like, he wrote me a few times.
Tweeting.
I was ignoring him. Because he was coming at me like, what's up? Let's go fuck up these bands. Like I felt like he was trying to buy me. Like, so I was ignoring him. And then he finally came at me like a lady. And I was like, okay. Then I flew to New York and we hung out. And it was cool.
Tight.
That's dope.
We, like, when I say we moved so fast, like we moved, it's like we knew we didn't have a lot of time. We moved so fast. Like, we moved so fast. Like the first time we talked on the phone for like 3 hours. Like, yes, like we
That's a
moved
lost
so
art.
fast.
That's a lost art right there.
Yeah.
You get caked up on the phone.
We wasn't even caked up. We was just talking about everything.
That's good.
I guess that's caked up.
That's caked up.
Yeah.
You,
I thought
you
caked
over
up
here
was
doing
when you, like-
laundry. You over here cutting bread, just finding shit, sweeping the same spot, like just caked up.
Walking in circles, vacuuming the wall.
Opening the door, not going outside.
Vacuuming the wall. Yeah, that's how it is though.
Sitting on the
That
kitchen
is
counter.
caked up. Yeah, that's
Caked
when you just like you got that.
Cheesing.
You know, he got you.
Yeah.
He got you.
Now he's smooth. He got me.
So for the people that don't know PNB Rock the way you know him, like what was he like with you? Because you said y'all butt heads too.
Yeah, because he don't think about what he's saying before he just say whatever come to mind. But I appreciate that. Like, it molded me to who I am today. Like, but that's my soulmate. Like, but he would like I would like try to surprise him and like wash his clothes. Like, this when we first met, I washed his clothes. He come, what you washing my clothes for? You're not supposed to wash these. You're supposed to dry clean these. And when you wash colored clothes, you're supposed to wash them in cold water. And but I'm not like the type to be like, oh my God. I was just like, oh, my bad. You supposed to wash them in cold water? Okay, I heard you. Like, like, but I'm not used to, my mom, she wasn't like that. So I'm not used to nobody talking to me like that. So it took, but I like that because like I told you, like I never had structure. So he was kind of like real like structure, like how he wanted things a certain way. And I appreciated that. Like it taught me like structure. He was a real man, like a real man. Like, but he was like a teacher, but he was like a learner too. Like when I first met him, he was Muslim, but he was so intrigued by my lifestyle. He's like, you be getting so blessed. Like, you don't even be doing it. He's like, but you just so blessed. He's like, I need to get over there with Jesus. Like, you need to put me on. Like, because he could just see it on my life. Like, you just really blessed. Like, so he was a learner. I like that.
That's dope. Through his music, I'm like, this dude is a superstar. Even early on, before he was, you know what I mean? How was it like handling, just because that's a fast life. You know what I mean? He's out there, he's doing shows, everybody knows who he is. How was it like handling that pressure?
Well, when we were like serious and we were together, it was like during COVID. So
Perfect.
like they had canceled his tour because it was COVID. I was pregnant. So like during my pregnancy and when I first had Zori, like we was really just in the house. It really was never a fast life, like to be honest. Like
Yeah.
And I already had a fast life too. So maybe to me it wasn't fast, like because I was already used to this lifestyle. So we used to be together. I used to be in the club turning up.
Yeah.
You, like, well, I'm not like that no more.
Yeah.
But that was my twin flame. I was on what he was on. Like,
That's tight.
Yeah.
Roll dog.
yeah, that was like, we was really, it wasn't, whatever, we could do it all together. So that's
That's
what we
dope.
was on.
How many years did you have with him?
5.
And how soon did you get pregnant?
We met in 2017. I got pregnant 2019.
Oh,
Had
okay.
my baby 2020.
So there was a little bit. You had a COVID baby.
I had COVID baby.
Yeah. That was a weird ass time. But like, I guess it was dope to spend it with somebody that, you got your baby there.
Right.
Like that had to be super dope because you're kind of like locked in the crib anyway.
Yeah, you can't go nowhere. You got to be a parent. There ain't nowhere to go. And we was living in LA. You know, LA was locked down. It wasn't like Atlanta where you could go outside with no max. Like LA was for real locked down.
Out here, we were outside.
Shit was wide open.
Out in Miami, it was so different.
Gym
in
was
LA.
open, everything.
Our governor was over there fighting for us. Like, I'm like, yeah, that's what I need.
Thank God.
Let me outside.
It was all
Because I wasn't gonna stay inside anyway. That was not gonna happen. But how was it like though? Like that had to be dope. 2020, you got your baby girl, and you're both home. Like that had to be like the most.
It was nice, and we had a really nice home. Like we had a pool, we had a movie theater, like we had a studio in there. Like,
somewhere you want to be.
Yeah, it was somewhere I wanted to be. It was homey. It was nice. Like it was blessed. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that.
And I imagine he got to spend a ton of time with his baby girl too.
Yeah.
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 That's super dope.
And then around that time, his other daughter Milan was there too. Like she was there when like Zuri was born. So it was like all together as a family. It was great. Yeah.
That's super dope. So what like, it's tough because you definitely went through so much. It's like, it's almost like even just a tough conversation to have, but it has to feel empty at home now.
Yeah. It's like a void that can't be filled, you know, like, and then my daughter, like she's constantly saying like, is daddy coming back? When is he coming back? Like, you know, like I really miss my dad, mom. Like, okay, mom, like he could come home now. Like she don't understand. Like I'm like, oh, he out heaven. Like he in heaven. Like she don't really get it. She just know he with Jesus. Mm-hmm. She really like, okay, well when he coming back?
Yeah, Jesus been with him a little too long.
Right.
Like, I need my daddy back.
Yeah.
How do you navigate that, having a conversation with her? Because I'm a like, every day I'm outside. When I look at my kids, I think like, what would it be like? Like, am I able to leave a stamp on them in a little bit of time in order to kind of like, obviously there's music that he could still speak to his baby girl through, and there's going to be podcasts that I'll have and thousands of hours of footage. But like, how do you talk to your daughter, and how do you explain it to her? Like, how was it like sitting down and having that conversation with her?
Well, we actually have this conversation like every day, but I just be telling her like, he's still here. You just can't see him. It's like Jesus. Like, you know, Jesus is here, but you can't see him. Like, but can you feel him? Like, you can feel him, right? Like, she's like, yeah, I can feel him. And sometimes when I'm crying, she'll come up to me. She'll be like, it's okay. He's here. You just can't see him. Like,
yeah, that's cute.
You know, she'll tell me that. And then I got a teddy bear for her, and I named the daddy bear. So, like every night she's cuddling with this bear. Like, and when I'm sad and I'm crying, she'll be like, here's daddy. Like, she'll come bring me the bear. Like, don't worry. Oh, y'all gonna make me cry. Don't do that.
People cry. You know what I mean? You don't ever be afraid of that. But that is like, first off, that's the cutest thing ever. You know what I mean? To have her be able to do that's amazing. Just because it takes a lot. You know, we had Woody up here, and for him, when he was talking about how his daughter lost his baby mother, he said he doesn't know how to have the conversation with her, and it's already been a while.
How old is she?
I believe, I don't think she's like probably like 7, 8. I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, somewhere around there. 6.
But he doesn't even know how to have the conversation with her, right? And there's a lot of people that don't. You know, like how do you explain that? You know, so it takes courage to be able to do that, to say, hey, like, let me sit down and talk to you because it's pain.
All right.
You know, do you have like a support system around you helping you out throughout all this?
Yeah.
Thing is, as they get older, the questions get deeper. You know, first it's like a surface question, and then it's like, okay, but, you know, as they're starting to figure things out.
Let me tell you something so funny, y'all. Yeah. So I got this little, you know what I'm talking about? I got this like little taser or something, and it was on my dresser. And she's like, Mom, what's this? I was like, that's a weapon, put it down. She's like, you got a weapon? I was like, yeah. She was like, where was this when you was with my dad?
Oh, damn.
Oh, man.
I was like, well, maybe you wouldn't have 2 parents if I would have had that, you know? And she was like, 2 parents? She was like, then I wouldn't have a mom or a dad? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh.
I'll put it down. Okay, I'll put it down.
Right.
Oh, man.
Who's going to take care of me?
That brings me back to the comment that this girl was saying like if she was there, it would have went different.
Yeah.
How
Easy to say.
how dare somebody say some shit like that? You like that's the same shit that people say on the internet when they comment to you and say like when they comment to men saying if I was there, I'd have beat his ass or I would have done this differently. Like people are so full of shit. I hope that you know that.
I just pray she don't get in a situation like that where God put her in that situation where it's like, okay, well, you couldn't be here, but let me give you your own situation where you can be at so we can see. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Teach you a lesson.
I wouldn't wish that on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care who you are and how tough you are and how strong you are. I don't give a dang if you bad man. It's nothing. What God's plan is God's plan. You're not God. Like nobody can stop that. Like,
You seen that viral video of the dude? I think I sent it to you, Stro. You might have sent it. There's a dude that's sitting there on his IG or whatever. He gets in the video. He's like, "Oh, you think I'm some bitch?" He's like, "I got my gun too." He's like, "I ain't scared of you, boy." And then it flashes right over to the video of him getting his ass whipped. And he's like, wait,
please stop.
Yeah, because on the internet, you could say whatever you want. There is no consequence until you have to meet that person in real life. There's
Amen.
never a consequence.
amen.
Yeah. But so now take us to that day. Because that's been a day that we just recently seen the news report that they had about it. And initially, everybody wanted to attack you. Mm-hmm. So take us back to that day. Best you can.
That day was a blur. Like, it was just so traumatic. Like, I just buried that day, like, so deep in my soul. Like, but, like, as far as people attacking me, like, literally, like, my man just died, like, got murdered, like, right in front of my face. Like, I got to go back home to my daughter and explain this to her. Like, and it's not just my man. It's not just my baby daddy. It's somebody that I spend every day with. It's somebody I sleep with. It's somebody I wake up with. It's somebody that's my best friend. Like, there's somebody that's
Twin flame.
Yeah, there's somebody like that's really like I spend every day with. But people attacking me, that's the last thing I was worried about. You know what I'm saying? That's the last thing I was worried about. Like, it's real stuff going on here. Like, and to be honest, I wasn't even on the internet around that time because the police took my phone. So I didn't even have a phone. So I didn't see what was going on the internet. Like, I was really like spaced out. Like, when I say my mouth was like wide, like I was so shocked. Like, I didn't believe it. Like, my mouth was just like, for like 3 months, like I couldn't close my mouth. Like, my little sister's like, close your mouth. You look so shocked. Like, you look so traumatic. Like the life is gone out of you. Like,
And rightfully so.
Yeah. But
I would imagine that's not like the first time y'all went out to eat outside, right? Like y'all probably did that on a normal. If he did it that time, y'all probably did that on a normal basis. It just so happens to have happened that day. So every other day that goes on, and you post that you're eating some food, and there's never a problem, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, now she set it up, and now today's the day of all days. Like, this
and I
is
set the phone under the tire and took a wheel for $1 million. But that's the internet for you.
Yeah. So how did it feel today, knowing that the report came out, and everybody's like, this is not on her?
To be honest, True Crime, they reached out to me and they was trying to pay me to come on the show, and I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not reliving that. Like, I really don't care about like clearing up the truth, or I just really don't. Even like when you asked me to do this, I was like, I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to. But now, like, it's like I'm coming to a point like where I'm tired of like never addressing nothing, just always being a bigger person, never not saying nothing. Like, no, I want to speak up for myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, tell my side. But about the true crime stuff, they asked me if I wanted to be on it. I was like, no. But when it came out, it's 2 years later. Like, I already know the truth. So it's like, to be honest, I appreciate it, but I really didn't care. Yeah. And that really put me in a depression, because like them putting that, like, the footage of me in the surveillance, like whatever it is, the police room, I don't remember that stuff. I was so spaced out, I don't remember that stuff. So to see that and to hear that, it was like reliving it all over again. Like that stuff had depressed. I was depressed all of November. Like, I didn't like that. I really didn't like that. I don't care about the truth. Like, as far as
what
that,
you should. It's really like how one should be, but it's the toughest part. So you're very strong in that. And a lot of people don't understand shock. However, people that went through anything like that understand shock. Right? Like even if you get picked up for a case and you're over there and cops or feds are trying to talk to you in a room, that becomes a blur. You know what I mean? Like you're in shock. If you get into a fight and the fight happens and something happens, you're in shock. And some people could say whatever they want when they see, like if you watch a movie and you're saying, "Oh, don't go in that room." Like in real life, they don't know. You know what I mean? They don't know anybody's in the room ready to kill them or anything like that. You don't know. And so like when there's that shock factor, everything does make sense. You know what I mean? I was one of the first people, because I really don't like commenting. But when I see people say stupid shit, I jump in. And that, obviously with the Nipsey Hussle situation, even with the PNB Rock situation, I'm like, y'all have to be slow to immediately start blaming somebody. There has to literally be something wrong with you to just jump to a conclusion for something so serious when somebody's going through something. And then I got 500 comments and people arguing with me because they're all conspiracy theorists and things of that. Now, on that day, I know they robbed him. Did they rob you as well? They took all your jewelry, your money, and everything?
They didn't take no money. They didn't even ask for no money. They just wanted jewelry.
So, damn, this is such a rough conversation and part to navigate. You know what I mean? I don't want to make you relive it. It's just
that's okay. It's been 2 years. So.
What was your initial thought? You see people running up. What was it like?
I really thought he was a fan trying to get a picture, and it's, to be honest, like I just really don't remember. It just all happened so fast. Like it was just traumatic. It was just scary. Like, and I really, like, in my mind when it was all happening, I thought like we was about to go to the hospital and they was about to put some Band-Aids on them and we was about to go back home. Right. I never thought like it would be like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's like, other rappers who got, I'm not gonna say their name, but they got shot and like they lived. So I'm like, he gonna be all right. And then in my head, like my man's like a Superman, like nothing could get him. Like we was literally just at the airport and he was like saying to me, he was like, I could beat a shark up with my bare hands. Like just randomly talking to me. And I was like, I believe you. Like, I believe you, babe. Like, so it's like him getting shot. I'm just like, you all right? Like, come on, like let's go home. Like, I didn't think it was, I thought he was still gonna be all right, But.
Yeah. Do you still feel comfortable in LA? Could you ever feel like truly comfortable out there?
I had went out to LA for the first time for trial in July, and at first I was like super depressed, but when I got out there, I had a great time. Like I could just feel his energy more than I usually feel it. Like it was like to live and die in LA type stuff. Like I feel like that's what he wanted. Like it was a nice vibe out there. Like I had to forgive LA. I hated LA for a long time. Like when I used to see California on TV or palm trees or anything, I'm like, ugh, I hate it. Like I hate that. Like, but I had to I need to forgive LA. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like, no, I forgive LA. Like that's the key is to forgive. Like.
Not carry the burden.
Yeah, make you lighter,
Yeah.
Like
you seem to have a good mind for kind of staying above it all. And getting ahead of it. Like I heard you say, you're like, when you're talking about the people that hating on you and all the stupid comments and stuff, you're like, what's tea for them is my real life.
Yeah, that's my real life.
So it's like, y'all gotta talk. I already get that, but this is my real life and I have to live it.
Right.
And that's just so wise. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to live in that comment section and get buried by it and want to respond and feel the need to defend.
I'll be responding now.
Yeah.
I know you probably responding. Yeah.
People still.
But that's what I realized. Like when you do respond,
giving the energy.
Some people just slow. Like anybody can be on the internet. We got the slow people on the internet. We got the broke people on the internet. We got the rich people, the famous people, the regular people, the kids. You know what I'm saying?
But
everybody's
there's
on the internet.
Way more slow people.
Amen.
It's flooded with slow people.
And most of the people that's in those blogs under those comments, because me personally, I'm like you said, I don't comment on blogs, unless it's some real life stuff. So for you just to be in there commenting on somebody's life, that shows a lot about you. From the jump, like,
so much going on.
Comment on somebody else's life, you don't even know.
Was it you that said, like, it's like social media is. Remember when we were in class and you had like the slow people?
Yeah,
in
that's
class?
what I was just saying. Like,
But it's like
we all together.
Yeah, so
We all together.
this is what really happened, right? Like when we were in school, there was just a designated section for other kids in school,
Not anymore.
right? And when that was going on, right, like we knew. So if an argument happened with one of those kids in the corner room that, you know, they were just a special class,
Everyone.
you knew, like it was just like, oh, well, he doesn't understand. Yeah. Now we all grew up and we're walking amongst each other. And some people just like, they look like they might be normal, but they're not. And now they gave all these people access to social media.
And it's free.
Yeah. And so exactly, because if it costs $1, they wouldn't be on it. You know what I mean? Like they just wouldn't be, which great idea. That's what we might do. We might create our own social media because if we could just get rid of all of them.
Right. Members only.
Yeah. Because it is.
You got to be this tall. It's right.
Because it's a shame, like listening to this. I just spoke about it today with the United Healthcare situation, the CEO that was killed. I'm like, yo, too many conspiracy theories. Let it play out. Like there's no reason for everybody to be screaming out 15 seconds later. It was a setup. You have no idea of anything that happened. Nothing.
Right.
True. It's okay. Chill out. Relax. Like let the cards play out for at least a minute. You can't just immediately say this is what happened. This is how it happened. That's what happened in this situation with PNB Rock. As soon as it happens, everybody's like, well, this person's at fault. This person's at fault. Oh, you should never, you need to be smart enough. You never go out to eat here. You never go out to do this. You should never wear your jewelry here. Like,
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be like that because, you know, other people who passed away, rappers and stuff, like they talk about it for a week or two and then they be on to the next thing. With it being all that drama behind it, like, you know, with me behind it and I set them up and all of this, it made it, they still talking about it today. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Still saying I set him up, but it makes it keep his name alive. So I can handle that. Like, I can handle that. So yeah, keep my man's name alive. Whatever, keep talking about him. Whatever, like whatever.
No, you said you were in LA for trial?
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah.
yeah, it's just,
Shouldn't be much to talk about. Like,
well, it's over.
It's not.
Well, well, for the father and son, they were sentenced, right?
Not the son.
Okay. Wow. So they said that, now for the son, he was young and they said that he wasn't fit to.
He pleaded insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they kind of gave him that, right?
No, he haven't. No, he still got to go to trial.
Okay. But for the father, now for his sentence, are you okay with the sentence he received?
What's done is done. It's already, you know, it's already done. Like it's nothing they can do is gonna make it feel better. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not okay. Like, but I've seen worse situations where people get, you know, way less time, but that's God's hands. Like, it's nothing the court or the judge could do to make me feel better. God is the one who punishes. So,
yeah.
How about the rest of his family? Like right now, with everything that's going on and him getting sentenced, are they like a little bit more at peace? Does it bring anything to them, or?
I don't know. I don't talk to nobody.
So you just you don't talk to anybody in his family?
Like, his friends and stuff. Like, not really. I talk to his friends, check on him, like his barber, his DJ, Flex right there, his close friends, his managers, you know, all of them. Like, I talk to them, but like, as far as family, no, because Rock really didn't
talk to his
you know,
family as
he
well.
really wasn't cool with them while he was here, and I got cool with them after they passed, and then they start
doing all the bullshit.
all this crazy stuff. So I just had to distance myself. Like, you know, sometimes the love be conditional. So I had to, because I'm like an all in type of person. Like, if I love you, I love you. Like, I give you the shirt off my back. Like, everybody don't deserve that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a tough lesson to learn, man. You got to get burned a few times.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's not easy. You expend yourself hoping that you're doing the right thing just to be taken advantage of, and that never feels good.
Yeah,
Never.
usually people are in the position they're in because they put themselves there. You know what I mean?
Every time.
You got to listen to them stories when they're telling you about their friends.
Right.
Oh, this person did this to me and this person.
Right.
I'm like, damn, everybody did that.
But
to
I
you.
talked to everybody who he was cool with while we were together. Everybody is still everybody. Like, I tried to make relationships with, like his mom and his baby mom, but
It's tough.
it's tough.
So the general consensus is, do you feel like everybody feels the same way you do? Like, we can't bring them back, so it is what it is in this situation.
I just feel like his family think I got some money or something, and I'm not like looking out for them, or I don't know, like I'm keeping a secret or something, or I got all this stuff and I'm not sharing the love. So it's, I don't know, maybe it's like some like bitterness or you owe us, but I don't got nothing.
Is it bitterness, or is it like, do they still think there's a potential that you had something to do with it? Is it that kind of underlying, like,
Well, I saw that baby mama was on live saying I set him up. So,
meanwhile,
but I don't know, everything she
That
was
doesn't
saying
make you
be
sick
a
to
lie.
your stomach, though. Like, I know you.
yeah, you big.
I know you carry with the positive energy, right? Like
angel
energy,
Yeah,
right?
hello.
But that doesn't make you sick to your stomach.
It hurt my feelings. Like, you could say, if you was going in here telling the truth, that'd be one thing. Like, I could own up to that and be like, okay, yeah, I was wrong for that. I need to tighten up. But just to be on here lying. But it show your true character. Like, anybody who thorough know, like, okay, I see what this about. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then that's Milan, my daughter too. Like, I helped raise her. Like, that was my first daughter. Like, so like that's her mother. So that hurt my feelings. Like, Milan live in that same house, and you all on her live talking about how I set her up in her house. So that hurt my feelings. Like, I can handle it from strangers, but when it come from family, yeah, it hurt my feelings. But I can't control other people. You know what I'm
And
saying?
how old is Milan?
She 11.
So she kind of has a better understanding. So to put that trauma on a kid is like ridiculous, right? Like to sit there and say, "Oh, here, the person that's been helping raise you, she's the one that helped that set up your daddy."
Yeah, that's traumatizing. Like, she going through enough. Like,
yeah, those selfish ass people that don't factor in the kids and things of that nature.
Have some common sense. Like,
yeah, that's different. That's ridiculous.
I guess I just been telling myself it come with it. I can handle it. I just be taking it to the chin.
So, do you feel responsible for carrying on his legacy?
Yeah, I do.
How do you feel like what do you do or what do you want to do to help carry that?
First, I want to drop his music, but it's been some estate issues. Like, his mom has an estate and I have an estate, and I'm trying to get her estate shut down because she doesn't have my daughter listed as an heir. So that's the problem. We got 2 estates right now, and we can't drop, because it's some legal issues. But first, I want to drop his. He got so much music. I want to drop his music. Like, you see how they carry for Nipsey Hussle. I want him to have billboards. Like, like when they have pictures of Tupac and Biggie and Nipsey, I want Rock to be included in that. Like, I be getting jealous. Like, why you ain't got my man up there? Why you just got Nipsey up there? Like,
Yeah.
put my man up there.
True.
Like, I want him to be included with all the, like Young Dolph, like all the other legends, because I just feel like he a legend too. Like, that's my goal for him. Like, for him to be as big as like Biggie and them. Like.
Yeah. And is his music completed, or is there somebody else that would work on it? Do you want somebody to work on it to help release the albums, or?
Rock, he still talk to me. Like, he still, like, he in my heart. So if anybody in your heart, you can still hear them, feel them. Well, whoever he tell me, that's what I'm gonna do. But as far as now, like, I just want to like get my estate situated, take care of the family, like still take care of them, even though like they doing what they doing. I'm still gonna look out for them. And then I'm about to be super straight too, because all the stuff I went through, it will, they will pay, like.
Yeah.
Right.
So I just want to look out for everybody like he would want to, and just drop his music and just carry his legacy, like.
Yeah.
Dope.
Make him more famous.
Yeah.
Right. Being that, this is something that has happened kind of frequently, kind of often, especially in rap and in just urban communities. What's something that you could tell for women who've kind of been through this, something that you might have learned about yourself through the love and loss, through all of this kind of stuff?
Through all of this has taught me like how to be alone and how to be okay with being alone. And like,
It's not
I know I
easy.
keep talking about God, but I love God, y'all. But like,
Say it again.
I learned like that, you know, our God is a jealous God. And when Rock was here, he was my idol. Like, you know, like I was like, what you want me to do? Like, what you want for breakfast? Or, you know, like I was, like my life was dedicated to like serving him, you know, like that's my man. Like, but Jesus is jealous. Like he want that love too. Like, so now I have replaced Rock with Jesus. Like how I used to love Rock, I'm loving Jesus like that. Like now Jesus is my man. Like we actually married. Like he proposed to me. Like yeah, we got married.
You don't have to be hesitant to say that either, because I know you're like a little bit like, is this wrong to say? But you don't have to be hesitant to say that, because we're supposed to put God first. You know what I mean? So, you know, they say then serve your man and then come to kids and things of that nature. So were you always religious?
Yeah. But not like this. Yeah. But I always been super spiritual. Like I was telling you earlier, like Rock was like, "You so blessed. Put me on Jesus," because he was Muslim and he was like, "What Jesus know that? You know, I don't know." Like, but
he said, "I want some of that."
Yeah, and it's just taught me like that. It just taught me like not to take life so serious. Like I just feel like being on Earth is just short and brief. Like this is just a test. Like. It's literally just a test to like bring more souls to heaven. Like I just feel like that's all our jobs, like to bring more souls to heaven. And I just feel like I'll see him again. I'm just trying to get some more souls up there, you know, like I just feel like when somebody passed away, you'll see them again and for eternity. And eternity is a long time.
Hello.
Like well, I'm just working right now. I'll see him when I get off work.
Right. Yeah. What about you? You know, your happiness matters too. Are you like, is it going to be tough for you to let another man in? I just, honestly, I tried it. And it's just like, I don't, it's not fair for me to have to constantly compare somebody to Rock. You know, and I just, ain't nobody coming like him. You know, like, the dating pool is in hell. Like,
what?
It's in hell. Like, nobody is like loyal no more. Like, I'm not doing that. I made up my mind. I just truly feel like don't nobody deserve me. I just truly feel like that.
Did you feel like you could truly be happy with that? Like I'm sure even Rock would want you to be happy.
I don't think.
I don't want you to be happy.
Every time I try,
they're like, hell no.
it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
I don't think you do.
Well, you know, but that's the thing too, though, because it's like people act like you're not allowed to find love again, or you're not allowed to date post the situation. So like, how do you navigate that? Do you just kind of just go with the flow? I know you said you tried it, but it sounded like it was just one time. One lucky fella.
Ask that again. Like, what do you mean? Like, how do you navigate it?
Do you just stay to yourself and say, I'm not worried about that right now? Do you keep yourself open to those opportunities as far as meeting people and making friends?
I just like I said, I feel like don't nobody deserve me. Like, I'm not answering the phone. I'm not texting. And I'm a pretty girl, you know. Like my DM is jumping. Everybody.
It's about to rephrase it for you.
You know what I'm saying?
You're a beautiful girl. You're somebody that gets approached often.
Right.
It's not like people walk by you and they don't be turning around like, damn, Stina. You know what I mean? So like, how is that? Like, are you just like, when somebody approaches you, are you kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, whoa, back up.
I'm married.
Okay, there you go.
But yeah, I'm actually proud of myself. You know, like to just be so. I don't mean be cocky, but like to have everybody want you and you just like, I'm good. You know, like I didn't even say nothing, but like I said, I tried it, and it just wasn't for me. Like, and I realized like I was, to be honest, like just like a moment of vulnerability. I really feel like I was doing that out of survival. You know, because like I'm used to somebody taking care of me, so I was just like, oh, it's getting hard, like.
Right.
Yeah.
Buy me a crocodile Birkin, you know, like so I can sell this. And I realized, like, am I selling myself? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had to like put myself at it. I was like, you're not for sale. Like, you know, like you're doing this out of survival. Like, you're not doing this because you truly want love. And I don't want to be like that. Like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be just another pretty girl talking to a guy just because I know he's going to look out for me and he's going to take care of me. That's not fair. Like, I don't want that karma. I don't want my daughter to have that karma. Like, so I had to pull myself out of that. Like,
I think more women need to hear that.
Yeah.
Because we got this culture now, get the bag, break his pockets, do all this. And they need to hear from someone like you explaining why that is not a good mentality.
That's not cool.
And even like you said, the karma it could bring down to, you got, what you say, you got 2 daughters. So you want to set a good example. And that's one of the best things you could do.
Right. And I learned myself. And when I made that, I had got on my knees. And once God told me, like, you don't realize what you're doing, but you're doing this out of survival. So I got on my knees and I repented. And I was like, I'm so sorry, God. Like, I didn't even realize, like, I don't want to, like, pervert my looks, like, because I know I could get whatever I want. I know I don't have to struggle. I know, you know what I'm saying? But just to get out of that mentality. And once I repented and I told God, I'm sorry, I don't want to be like that, God told me, like, thank you. Now I could work with you, because where I was taking you, like, let's say, like, I'm in a room with y'all, some bosses. I don't want to, because you offer me 500,000 and I'm going, like, he like, no, I don't want to, you know, I don't want that life for me. I don't want that for me. I don't want my daughter to be like that. I can't believe I'm talking about this, but I just gotta be honest. Like, it don't be for sale. Like, it don't be for sale.
I like what you said. I don't want that for my daughter.
Right.
You know?
So, and you're building your own.
Right.
You're building your own businesses.
Right. And that's just a distraction. That's what the devil want. He want pretty girls to be like, oh, he'll take you shopping, or he'll give you 30,000. He'll give, you know what I'm saying? He want that. And you know they will. But that's just a distraction to you are the bag. That's just a distraction to the real bag. Like,
Yeah, because especially nowadays, like, women could really go out and get it on their own. You know what I mean? Like, there's multiple avenues. It doesn't have to be just sex, just somebody purchasing you and who you are. Like, you got your ex, and you're in business, right? You're building your own businesses and things of that nature. So talk to us a little bit about that.
Okay, so I got Angel Energy. That's my ministry. Like, it's what God gave to me, and it's just like, my goal is to align heaven with earth. You know, like, and my goal is to heal people. Like, I feel like God broke me, and so people could see my healing journey. I'm like, oh, if she could do it, I could do it. And that's just my main goal. It's just to heal people. Like, I do prayers every Sunday, like poetic prayers, and I sell healing products. I'm about to drop a book. It's called How to Get Closer to God in 7 Days. Like, that's just my purpose, and my goal is just to bring people peace. And through peace is Jesus. Peace is God at the end of the day. So that's just my goal. I just want to bring heaven to earth. I just want people to feel like peace. Yeah.
And that's beautiful. Like, that is, like, I could imagine that your daughter's how old now? 4. And I could imagine, like, even at 4, she's got to be proud of her mommy.
She's so respectful and just so sweet and so special. Like, she'll walk up to people in a grocery store like, Jesus love you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I say a curse word, like, I be trying my best not to curse. Like, but if I say a curse word, like, if I drop something, I'm like, you know, she'd be like, oh, God is watching you say those bad words. Like, he's watching you.
I hope my son gets like that, because the other day I was just like, what the fuck? And he's like, what the fuck? I was just like, oh, damn, there it is. No. I was like, no. And I'm like, I don't think he's going to say anything like that. He's just going to be what the fucking everywhere. Yeah. When they learn. Right. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, I can never say that again. Put the dog food down and it drops up. Shit. It's like, shit, daddy. Shit, dada, shit.
How old is he?
He's about to be 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just gotta tell him, like, that was really bad of daddy. I shouldn't say bad words. That was a really bad word. Like, bad daddy. You know, like, just
show him.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be like, shit. But let's say you had the opportunity, you know, to go back, and if you could tell PNB Rock one thing while he was still here, what would you tell him?
I feel like that day when we were at dinner or at lunch, I told him everything. Like, we really, like, had a heart-to-heart talk. Like, and it was so crazy that day I was in the shower. God told me, I was in the shower. He said, sit down in the shower. He said, today is going to be a long day. And he was like, y'all about to go to lunch, and I want you to tell him how you feel. And I was like, how I feel? And he was like, I want you to tell him. Because Rock wanted to marry me for a long time. I was like, I'm not marrying you till you go through God. Like, I was like, not playing. Like, when you go through God and you get baptized, that's when I'll marry you. Like, you need to show me that you're stable, like, you got some stability, then I'll think about it. So when I was sitting down in the shower, he was like, you gonna tell him you want to marry him. You're going to tell him you're ready now and that he your husband. So when we was at lunch, I was like, I think I'm ready now. And I was like, I think I'm ready now. And all this time, like, I didn't think he was my husband, but I was like, but I know you're my husband now. Like, and I'm ready. He was like, really? Like, for real? Like,
For real, you making me wait.
yeah. He was like, for real? And I was just like, it just, because, like, you know, he a rapper. Like, you know, he cheated on me. And then, like, I was trying to get him back and all of that. And, you know, when he met me, I was already popping. Like, I was already somebody when he met me. So I was like, it just hurt my feelings that, you know, like, I gave everything up for you. Like, and you was, like, still messing around, like. And I was like, but I'm glad you could, like, stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? And realize, like, I let him, like, you want to go cheat? Go ahead. And I'm gonna let you do you. And I'm not going to be available, like, right here. But I'm going to block you, yeah. But go see what's out there so you can know. So you won't think you settling over here with me. So go ahead and go play.
Pay the price.
Go play, baby. But he was like, I wish I could have, like, settled down way sooner. Like, I wish I would have knew, like, the grass wasn't greener on the other side. Like, it really wasn't. Like, this is truly what I want. Like, you fulfill me in all ways. Like, so I just feel like I don't have nothing I could have said to him. And I'm grateful for that. Like, I'm really grateful for that. Like, I feel like I literally tell him everything. And I journal to him every night. Like, I be writing to him. I be talking to him. So I don't feel like it's nothing I wish I could have said. And I have no regrets.
That's super powerful.
Yeah,
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's powerful. I think that what you just said is tough for most men and most women to identify a broken man or a broken woman. When you say go out there and find what's greener on the other side, you know what I mean? Like, so go find out if it is.
Right.
Most people quit. They run away. They got the trap. Got the trap stuff popping up in the middle of the interview. What's up with you? But you know, like, that's powerful. Like, to understand that. I was talking about how there was something that I was reading. It's like most people just quit, right? And when you're in a bond with somebody, that you're creating something, and there's going to be mistakes on both sides there, and it's to find a way to navigate. So that's super powerful, and it's wild that is the conversation you had with him on that day.
I know.
You know, and it's we lose the great ones so young. You know what I mean? The ones that have the energy and the power to influence the world. You know what I mean? And I believe that the story is still going to carry on. You know what I mean? I don't think this is the end of
Right.
Rock, and I believe you when you say you're going to carry on a legacy. Things have to fall in place, and they will.
And that's why I did this interview. God told me, he said, you're going to do. Because I was like, I don't want to do the Danza project. But you cool, though.
Yeah.
But I don't want to keep talking about this. And that. But God told me, he said, you're going to do it. And you're going to be 100% honest about everything. Like when you ask me, like, about the date and stuff, I just feel like that ain't your business. But God told me, oh, you can be honest. And you can stay with exactly what you've been doing. Like, and I was like, you remember I told you that business? She was like, no, you're not about to do that. I was like, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. But, like, it is what it is. Like, people need to hear that. This, like, vulnerability is part of my purpose. A lot of people not vulnerable. A lot of people not honest. Like, and I don't care what y'all got to say about me. Like, it is what it is. Like,
I think that's part of healing too. It's a more powerful place to be in versus coming up here and putting up a front. It's easy to hide. You know, it's hard to be real. It's hard to be forthcoming with the stuff that hurts. You know what I'm saying? And you doing that. So
thank you.
I hope you continue on that journey and, you know, keep finding that peace day by day, like you were saying.
Thanks.
It's a tough conversation to navigate too, right? Like,
because we not those people, okay? We see, we all watch the same Instagram. We all watch the same other podcasts, and they,
Right.
you know, sometimes they touch on those buttons, and it's like, yo,
Right.
what the?
Yeah, I don't want to get
fuck,
a shoe
bro?
thrown at y'all.
You got Joe.
Because I got my shoe right here.
Yeah. I thought she was talking about Brittany Renner.
There you go.
She was doing
No.
I got it right here.
Well, I think this is the thing, right? Like about us that is different from other podcasts. Like we're really just sitting in the room having a conversation. Again, I got questions. I got my phone right here. You know
I was
what I mean?
like, how you don't have a little notepad? Like, how you asking all these questions?
But like it's the stuff that I want to ask, and I go through a lot of stuff that I'm like, I don't want to ask that. I want to talk about that, or I'm gonna ask this, or something that's not even that I don't even think about. But it's more or less like, again, we're getting to know each other right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You are engaged to one of my favorite artists, right? So like I'm sitting here like, this is PNB Rock. Like I don't Rock, I don't even want to mess with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to make sure that the conversation goes smooth, but also to make you feel comfortable, because it's still not that simple to navigate. Everybody else in the world is like, as powerful as you are, as positive as you are, as much as of that angel energy you got with you, it's still tough. So I could see it. Like I could see that little bit. Like you're holding back them tears. Like
yeah, I got too much pride to be crying in front of y'all.
I'm not crying this damn show.
I
Play with
ain't
me.
crying.
I thought when I saw her crying, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
you
you
were
start
crying
crying over there.
Sometimes that's
Crying
how
over
I
there.
You see the homie in the corner. It's like, don't you start, because then I'm
Crying over there.
Well, we got that camera there that saw you crying. So no, I'm joking.
She my real friend. Yeah.
But has any like celebrities reached out to you, or artists reached out to you to talk to you, or try to work with work on some projects? Because when they know that unreleased music is out there, like PNB Rock is one of them ones.
To be honest, I don't even check my DM or nothing. Like I'm kind of really hard to get in touch with, like, so.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
For certain things, though, because you don't want to leave stuff on the table, too.
Yeah. People be reaching out, but I don't say nothing back.
Yeah, you got to be able to, still got to be able to network and do you, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, definitely got to be able to make your moves, but I imagine it's got to be tough because there's a lot of fake people out there. You know, as much as we talk about that, it's so true that I had a moment, I had at least a good month where I'm like, I don't know if I want to keep podcasting. Because there's so many people that are just like, you know what I mean? Like it's tough because it's like, I don't want to do this fake ass interview. I don't really like it. You know what I mean? Like,
doing.
yeah, like it's just like I don't like certain people's energy. You know what I mean? So like if you want to carry this narrative on, I don't want to help you push that narrative. I don't believe you. You know what I mean? There's so much fake that in the industry, too much fake.
Yeah.
You know, too much fake.
Plus, like, one thing I learned in sales, I've been in sales for a long time.
What type of sales?
Health insurance, cars, business loans, you name it.
I heard the trap phone earlier.
I was going to be last on the list, but sales. But one thing I realized, like when I'm trying to communicate with people, I'm trying to explain something to make it make sense for them, to them. I'm trying to use logic on illogical people. So it's like what I'm saying makes complete sense, but it's falling on deaf ears.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So when you're talking to people on the internet and you're in your right mind and you're like, this is, part by part. And they're just like, yeah, whatever you did. It's like, bro, you're not even listening.
That's me. I'd be like, let me say it slower. It's all lies. But still, I'm like, okay, you got it, sis.
I'm going to be here all day.
No matter what I say.
Yeah. So, again, using logic on illogical people, it just does, you spinning your wheels. It just goes nowhere. So,
Amen.
Yeah.
So what's next for you?
My book, How to Get Closer to God in 7 Days.
7 days.
When does it come out?
I want to drop it on Christmas for Jesus' birthday.
I like it.
Happy birthday, husband.
I like it.
Yeah, but that's my goal.
I like that what he said when Chick was like, you got Stephanie coming up?
Oh, man.
When they asking you to restock, tell her we need a large in the black.
But it wasn't just what she said, it was the way she said it. She said it was like she knew you her whole life. But now that like meeting you and hearing your story, I get it. I understand it.
Yeah.
And I mean, like Danza was saying, do people check on you to make sure you're okay?
Everybody just kind of just like my close friends, you know what I'm saying? Like my close friends. But people just look at me and just automatically assume like I got it all together. So like people just be like, she all right, she good, she straight.
I mean,
Like,
That's because you make it look good too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You do. Y'all women know how to post on your social media.
I mean, it's interesting.
I be popping it on social
Yeah.
media.
I mean, from gathering all the information and hearing your side of the story and seeing the way the internet reacted, there's like a theory that I want to give you, and maybe it might make sense or not. But here it is, right? In them situations, I watch a lot of true crime type shit, right? For someone to survive that is so miraculous. Because normally a robbery is a robbery and a homicide is a homicide. They usually don't have one survivor and one not. So for you to survive and you to go on and you do what you got to do, that's the part that people don't get. So like, you can't just tell people, hey, it's miraculous I survived. It's a miracle. It's God. They don't accept it. They'll, like you said, they'll rack their brain. They'll come up with all types of theories.
Scenarios.
They'll do everything else. But when you say, hey, it's a miracle that I'm alive. I wasn't supposed to make it. Let me dedicate my life to Jesus. And that's how it is. People don't understand it.
Right.
So kudos to you. I mean, it's inspirational. And the way she said that earlier today, Stephanie, I get it. I get it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's tight.
Stephanie, I appreciate you for coming through tonight.
Yeah,
It's
thank
been a
you.
phenomenal time. I'm grateful that you allowed us to
I'm
have
grateful
this
too.
conversation with you. And how do we get that book?
I'm gonna send y'all one.
Okay.
But y'all gotta read it though.
I will.
Yeah, for sure. But, and then we'll
One of my
put it up
favorite
around
books was a book called God is Closer Than You Think. So
Never read that.
it's basically like the saying he's right there in that corner right now. So everything we're doing, and it's like teaching you throughout that entire book. It's like everything that we're doing, so he's there. So you could go back and talk to him, but also when you're about to make a bad decision, he's right there. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
he's closer than you think. So everything that we do in our life, just knowing that. So that's one of my favorite books ever. So How to Get Closer to God in 7 Days. That's definitely a book that I'll enjoy. And I just lost my grandmother, and I've been saying like she was super religious and like to the nth degree, you know. And losing her, I feel like I failed her
Why?
with that because I promised her I was going to be a preacher. Like I promised her, and I know.
That's
And so
good.
this is part of it.
You
This
preaching?
is, yeah, this is part of it that I'm noticing. But to be able to have an opportunity to get my hands on a book like that and to be able to keep talking to the people about those things is what's making me feel like I'm preaching. That's what's making me feel like I'm fulfilling my
Amen.
purpose. So so we'll definitely please send us a copy of the book, and we'll definitely be in contact.
When I did this, I was telling my friend, I was like, they think I'm about to come in here telling all the tea. I'm about to be talking about Jesus the whole time.
Run that.
This church.
That's cool too. Run that.
So welcome to church. It's the Danza Project. We have Stephanie in the building with us. Orlando, sign us out, my boy.
Church.